Yeah, so there's actually an additional set for each of it, each of the rotor. So yeah.
So with each rotor we have 2 gaskets.
You have one here and you have one replacement. Yeah.
Normal operation life, how long?
Again, it depends on your usage and how well you take care of it. So if you actually say today I start using it, 3 months I never use and I never grease, right, it's highly likely that it may dry up, especially maybe you're in a very dry environment also. Yeah. But of course, I mean, it really depends on how dry this place is. Yeah. Okay.
And what about the small one?
The small one is this one.
No, this green.
Okay, yeah. So I think they give you like quite a lot. Yeah, one set of the
we pay
small
a
one.
lot.
You know, they give you a lot of grease. Okay, so grease itself, right, is as long as it says lubricating grease, just make sure that it's actually for. So there's the grease for the turnants, which is actually over here, and there's the grease for the O-ring. Yeah,
Okay, so
there's a lot of different grease
for the
turnants, which is all the
and thread of rotors.
Then the small ones, yeah, then the small ones should be the grease for the O-ring. So just open it up. Yeah. Okay, didn't say
huh?
small ones. Yeah. Okay. Over there. Okay. So with this, right, all the some of the rotors does come with one set of the bottles. Okay. In terms of the bottles itself, right, these are not just the usual bottles. If you realize the usual Nunk and Nalgene bottles that you see, they come with blue caps or white caps. This is actually the Fiberlite caps, specifically for higher G-force running. Okay, but just to make sure that for this, there's a limited lifespan in terms of autoclaving also. So each of the bottle has its specification. I have to check each of the bottles specification. So please make sure that your label as you start to organize all this thing later on, because you have so much accessories. Because I just arrived here 5 minutes ago. So okay, so yeah, with this, just make sure that when you autoclave, you clean it, you wash it, you maintain as much as it is so that you can use it. Yeah.
So they have not provided another set for these bottles to us?
I have to check what you all receive first.
Okay.
I cannot answer this question. Again, Elaine may have.
Sample will be inside, or what is the
Yeah,
purpose?
this is the
Yes,
sample.
the sample has to be inside. Yeah, sample has to be inside for separation. Yeah. Okay. So when
So
it
why
comes,
so many? So we can put different samples together?
no,
No,
okay.
at one time we can put 6
Six.
samples. 6 samples means
Okay.
250 mm.
Yeah. So for example, today you don't have that much sample. Today you only have say 2 samples. You don't put like that. You need to balance it.
Unnecessarily putting there is not, yeah.
No, because it is centrifugal force, so we have to balance.
Balance, okay.
You cannot put like this.
Yeah, that's I understand, but we are running only one sample.
Yeah, we can run as many as like one.
Okay. So you only today you only have 1 bottle of sample. The other bottle put water
Water, okay, to make it balance.
to balance.
Otherwise, it will be
rotate.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah. For all centrifuge itself, please balance it.
Yeah.
You all have used centrifuge
Yeah, yeah,
before,
yeah,
right? Okay, not the first time because I will be very worried.
No,
Okay.
I'm first time, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So please make sure that to balance it. I will not run it because do not run on empty bottles. Bottles can never be run empty. When you run empty, there's nothing to hold it inside. The
Yes,
bottles
that's
will
what I
collapse actually,
understand.
no matter how good my bottles are. Okay. So with that.
Heavy force.
So if you realize I actually put my rotor lid here, this little thing here is really for your rotor to put. Yeah. So you can load your samples, you can put your things around here and you start doing this. Then you close it up. Okay.
Like Indian curry pot, huh?
This is Fiberlite. This is a 50 years warranty.
Yeah. So this thing is actually different from the metal rotor. So this is actually a Fiberlite rotor.
15.
Excuse me, sorry, sorry, excuse me.
They are patented one. That's why I have 15 years warranty.
Okay. This is the titanium rotor.
Yeah.
Okay, so metal rotor is subjected and is actually more prone to actually chemical kind of, I'll say, erosion, and also in terms of the weight itself is heavier. So this rotor, if you actually pick it up, right, I think it's almost the same weight as this, despite it being smaller, and this is actually bigger. Imagine this being a metal rotor, it's going to be very, very heavy. Okay, so like I said, maybe I saw the ladies, so maybe they will not have that strength to actually lift bigger rotor up, because for this unit, this is a Link 6000, I can do up to 6 by 1 liter. I do have a very big rotor to do 6 liter at one time, and that rotor I think is almost 20 kg. Okay, so but being Fiberlite itself, it gives you the additional chemical resistancy and also less stretching. So metal, as you run, the metal will stretch. For Fiberlite, because it's cross weaving, this is a patented unit for us. it's supposedly not stretched. 15 years is more longer than anything that you all need already. Of course, if 15 years later, please buy a new unit from me. Okay, okay. So anyway,
Latest model.
sorry. Yeah, this is actually the latest model. Actually, we launched the links in 2015 or 16. I can't remember. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. After 15 years, you will be having new.
Of course, that's why I said, you know, then it's time to buy a new model from me, okay? So again, metal rotor. Metal rotor would need even more care. I would say, please make sure that the rotor is always dry. Because metal and water, yeah, okay? As much as it says whatever stainless steel line, whatever metal is, always keep it dry, okay? Same thing, it comes already with one set of the little orange tube.
The
Okay?
capacity is 50 mil.
This one is 50. Yeah, 50.
This
So each
one
of-
is 29,000 RPM if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Okay.
So each of the rotor itself, right, has its information. But again, I mean, it's like we still write the information on the unit for, you know, reference sake. But when you actually exchange the rotor, okay, so make sure this is here. Okay, excuse me. Okay, the information will be automatically detected. Yeah. So once you load it in, you will automatically detect it. Sometimes people say it's too fast. You can just press and take a look again. Yeah, because you only stay there for maybe about 3 seconds only, or 5 seconds. Yeah. So once it's actually done, you can again. So this one can go up to 29,000 just for reference. You cannot never actually set 29 times 1.
It's invalid.
Yes. Okay, so really for the safety of it, because this thing goes very, very high G-force, very, very high speed. Okay, so temperature, I actually set it to 24 because I don't want the compressor to start running when, you know, I'm talking. Okay, this unit can actually go down to minus 20 to 40 degrees, so you can actually set the temperature. If you need to actually pre-cool the samples or pre-cool the unit before run, I will recommend to actually pre-cool the rotor. So you can actually close this up, okay? And in terms of the program over here, there's actually a test and then a pre-cool already set for you already. So for actually all the new programs, you can actually, for example, you have you have a protocol, you can set your own protocol and save it inside. So you don't have to do the setting each and every time. Okay, so it's actually quite straightforward. Again, the pre-cooling is here. So today, for example, I say I want to run some samples at 4 degrees. I want to make sure that the rotor is also cool because my samples is at 4 degrees, right? I don't want to put it in the rotor is at maybe 20
Because
degrees.
there's different, so there will be
Yes.
exchange.
So it's better that you just, you know, where you're
Full
prepping
boot.
your sample, put the rotor in, close it up, press pre-cooling, let it run first. Then when you're done, put the samples in, and then you can start your run. Yeah. So this is how usually we do it. Yeah. Okay. So in terms of the what do you call the programs, it's actually quite easy. So all you need to do is just to press this little part. So of
So
course.
can we select the pre-cooling temperature? How do we select the temperature?
No, there's no temperature, so it actually pre-cool to about 4 degrees. Yeah,
4
unless you want to set other temperatures, then you know, yeah. So I can look just for you. Oh yeah, because I set at 4. I can set at 4 degrees. So today, no. So today, if you want to run at 4 degrees, right? Then I set the pre-cooling at 4 degrees. If I want to run at 10 degrees, you have to set the temperature at 10 degrees.
That's what he will ask.
Yeah.
So this is the temperature of the pre-cooling or the temperature of the running the...
Pre-cooling. So okay, so you see, wait. Load. Okay. So this protocol is 20 degrees. So if I want to do a pre-cooling and load, I can still change the temperature because I need to change the temperature to the temperature that you want to run. Yeah. This one has the temperature that you want to set for pre-cooling has to be manual.
But how do I know that the pre-cool temperature is 20? Now I apply for this. Okay, I just pre-cooling. So where it is mentioned?
Oh no. Okay, so no, pre-cooling, once you load the pre-cooling, so today Ivy wants to do an experiment. My experiment is going to be at 4 degrees. I have to press pre-cool, then I have to put 4 degrees. I need to do one more step. But how they actually set the pre-cool, basically it's a whole, min, and max, because there's nothing inside. Understand? So fast.
Okay, so this is the pre-cool. Okay, now we want to run the experiment.
So for example, if I want to run the experiment itself, I just go to, so example, this is the experiment protocol. Then I just load, and this is the experiment protocol.
So in experiment protocol now I can select my temperature, which is suppose 4 degrees,
Yeah, you can.
and then RPM suppose 25k or 5k.
Yep.
And again I want to go back to pre-cool,
Just press this.
no program.
Then you press pre-cool, load the protocol. There you go.
You can change now.
Yeah, then you can change this.
And can we also hold it for some time, like I want to pre-cool for say 30 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, if you want, that means it will not be a pre-cooling protocol already. That means you can just set your temperature. The time.
So this is the time, so suppose I want for 5 minutes. This is minutes?
Yeah, this 5 minutes.
Okay, so just
Hours,
hold.
Yeah, whole is just now where the pre-cooling is.
Where it is mentioned that it is cool for 5 minutes, then it will start.
No. Just now you didn't set the 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Apply. Just now you didn't press apply. Yeah.
No,
You-
so that I'm showing.
So it will hold for 5 minutes at 4 degrees centigrade before starting. Is it?
No. Okay. No. Okay. So this unit, right? If you want to do pre-cooling,
Mhm.
okay, you
Before
usually
5 minutes.
press hold first. Then you close the lid, you press, and then you go do whatever you need to do. You come back already.
Okay, so
It's
this is
really
the time
effort.
for pre-cooling for 5 minutes.
Okay, it depends on your sample. I mean the rotor that you use.
No, that is okay. That is
Yeah.
up to us. I'm saying, what is this time for? We just set for it. Is the time for pre-cooling or what?
This whole, okay,
Yeah.
so if you see the program here, for pre-cooling usually it's actually a whole protocol, meaning that it doesn't stop until you ask it to stop. Okay, so how this goes, right? Today, okay, close the rotor first, right? So today I on my centrifuge, okay? Shit. Don't get the compressor stuck. Okay, today I on the centrifuge and say, okay, today I want to do a experiment. I want to run later on a lot of samples at 4 degrees, right? So today I on the unit. Oh no. Okay, I on the unit itself and I said, okay, I want to do a pre-cooling. So since I'm going to run my sample at 4 degrees, I'm going to set the pre-cooling at 4 degrees. I close the lid, I let it run. I go prepare my sample. Okay?
So it will run and run until I come and open it back.
Correct.
Okay.
Then it will confirm be 4 degrees. How long do you usually give it? I would say about 10-15 minutes is actually quite sufficient already because this is very high cooling capacity. We only put it for 10 seconds. Yeah. Because it's a very big room and there's not a lot of things inside. The unit will look like it sounds very a lot, and because I'm talking, I don't want it to start cooling. Because once it starts cooling, it will take some time for it to take a break. Yeah. Okay. So then once I actually finish my preparation, I come back here, I load my samples, then I change the protocol. So maybe I want a new protocol. I load an existing protocol. Okay, I load an existing protocol. So I load this protocol and say this is what I want to run.
So
Then
this I want 1000 RPM at 20 degrees for 2 minutes.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So of course, this is a test protocol. You can load any protocol that
Yeah, I
you
mean,
want.
you can
Yeah.
make it by one.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Then with that, this is acceleration. Okay, you can actually have gentle acceleration, or you can have a more gentle deceleration if you have samples, or you actually run samples where you actually do, I'll say the gradient separation. You don't want the gradient to get mixed up with the inertial force when it actually is stopping itself. Then you actually have a more gentle deceleration. Okay, so you can actually adjust this. So again, you can create new protocols. So I'm going to share just to create another test protocol. Today I want to run whatever that it is. I'm going to create a apply. I'm going to run for say 20 hours. Okay, I'm going to have a very slow deceleration. I'm going to run at say 7,000 RPM. And I can do at say 4 degrees. Apply. So with that, right? Apply. Hey, I can my program name. Okay, I'm going to put IV. Okay, apply the rotor. So you can also select the rotor that the protocol is specified for, right? So since this is inside, I'm going to just apply and say this is for this rotor. So apply.
No, it will suggest or we have to select.
Sorry.